without further ado, let's dive into this one. Hi everybody, welcome to day 16 of our 30-day Super Day Challenge. If you want to check out the other videos of this list, check them out at the end of this video. On this day, blessed day 16, we'll be looking at the mockumentary/documentary called Death to 2020. It's on Netflix, and I thought, I'll check it out and see what I thought about it. So without further ado, let's check this movie out. This movie. This is not a movie, it's a documentary. The general summary is, it says, hey, let's look at all the events of 2020 through the eyes of more of a leftist bubble. Of course, I mean, it's the comes from Hollywood and stuff, so obviously it's going to have more of a left slant to it. But it looks at all the events from 2020, from the Iranian general, the pandemic surprise, Trump's attempted impeachment, and even more. And it goes through and it talks about it, and it takes it from a funny perspective. It also looks at it from, like, say, it kind of makes fun of itself as well. It makes fun of the extreme bipartisanship that's occurred and the extreme views of both sides, of both the left and right. More making fun of the right-sided extreme views than the left, but it actually still shouts out to the left and makes fun of the left stuff. The meaning of this one is simple to me, guys. Don't take life so seriously. Make some humor of it. Make some fun of it. We gotta laugh at ourselves. And that's what they did really good, looking at these things that were pretty tragic and upsetting and stuff, but kind of had more of a kind of laugh at it humor type of thing. So that was kind of nice that they did that. It was kind of fun to look back at it that way, because, man, 2020, son of a gun, man. Opinion of this movie, the bad. I couldn't believe it was totally amateur move on these guys' part. The words, they put subtitles up or letters or whatever, and they put it on a white background, so you literally couldn't see, like they might say December 10th, 1974 or whatever, example. And then they'd have the words in white, on white background. You couldn't read it. Another bad that I wasn't a huge fan of, so I don't want to get too into politics, but I'm not real left or real right. I'm kind of center, but kind of lean more left than right, I think, is my kind of political stance on things. And I think a lot of people are like that. I don't subscribe to a tribe. I don't say, oh, well, I'm this tribe, so everything they put out I have to believe blindly. I've never been that type of person. I'm the type of person that when everyone's getting too into something, I pull back. I'm like, what? This is a little bit weird. We shouldn't be so into this. It seems a little bit dogmatic. So I tend to be like, that's just in my nature. So I just, as things are getting more and more divided politically in society, I'm just getting more and more pulled back and looking at both sides and noticing the hypocrisies of both. The hypocrisies of my side, which seems to be the people who aren't left or right side and are kind of like the middle ones. So everyone's got a lot of hypocrisy. So I really noticed, because I think I do kind of see all sides more often, I could notice that they, even though they were trying, they still had a very leftist view. And there's a part in the documentary where they just keep on having, it's the mom off of How I Met Your Mother, and she's the actress, and she plays a fanatic soccer mom, and she's super into, they're throwing out extreme conspiracy lunacy things that she's saying. And then I saw what they did. Then they threw in some valid things that the right has and threw them in there as if those were lunacy too. And I thought that was a bit manipulative. I really would have liked them. I would have liked someone who was just more not prone to being on one party side, someone that's pulled back more, not so invested in their political view, to look at it a little further back. And I'm really trying not to hold onto my opinions as much. My opinions are not me. They're just ideas I've had that I'm exposed to. I'd like to be able to change my opinions and sit and have dialogue and conversation with people and learn something new, because Lord knows I don't know anything. They're good. So the first 15 minutes I was watching it, and I thought, oh no, this is going to be like a leftist propaganda party, and they're just going to make fun of the right and stuff. It's going to be like watching a late show where it's like, dude, do people think for yourselves, or you just repeat the party line? And so I was starting to get turned off by it. And I'm not for that on the right side either. I don't like that period of either party but people do that. Because it's propaganda, it's not fact. So it started off like that. But then, shout out to them. Like I said, they did acknowledge the other side and acknowledge just the hypocrisy of the whole political dance that's occurring currently, the social media, all those things. So I overall enjoyed it for a political documentary that hit all the hot buttons of the politics. Overall, for this movie, I enjoyed it enough. I wasn't a huge fan of it because I'm sick of politics and it's more political. I thought it was going to be just bringing up the events and making fun, and then I could sense the political slants and stuff, and I'm like, well, I guess I don't know how they would have got around it because it's the news, and the news is so politicized. It's so politicized. Depending on what news you watch, you're getting completely different information, and that's horrible. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this documentary a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Peace! Yeah, boy.